Okay, right now it is time to transform our smiles. We're heading to Beachwood Dental to see how easy the process really has become. Check it out.
Hello, Kathy. How's it going?
Hi, Dr. Paul. How are you?
Pretty good. You excited?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Let's get you your preview. The process we have is called pre-new preview. What we'll do is take pictures and molds of their teeth, send that off to the lab. Then the artists at the lab will make a wax up of their teeth of how they decide to design it. The nice part about it is that the patient then can see how their teeth would look before we actually take any dental instruments into their mouth. That mold comes back, we have an impression of that mold that we can fill with acrylic, put into their mouth. When we remove that, then that acrylic stays in their mouth and they can see their teeth. The same like nobody would buy a house without having an architect have designs and to be able to look at that first. The same thing, I don't feel that people should get any cosmetic dentistry without having a blueprint and a mock-up of how things should look. So it gives great communication between me, the lab, the patient, for us all to be on the same page to make sure that people are getting the smile that they want. Adding length, adding shape, color. Basically, we can do almost anything we want. Somebody has a missing tooth, we can put an implant in that space, do veneers in the other teeth, mix and match crowns wherever we need to do if a tooth needs extra support, and everything matches up perfectly. So people can really get the smile that they're looking for by getting a preview of it first, and we can manipulate anything that we want.
Oh my gosh.
Don't focus on the color and the texture. Look at, kind of the length, the curves and stuff like that. Any of that can change. Everybody's a candidate. There's no restrictions. I guess you have to have some teeth. That would be the only restriction. But we even have a procedure, as we talked before about implants, where we can do somebody's smile on top of implants. So really anything is a candidate for going through smile preview. I can take a mold of whatever changes I made, and I can send that mold to the lab, and now the lab has basically a guide to know, okay, this is what we need to do for her teeth. So then what would happen is that we'd bring her back for a future appointment, prepare all her teeth, take molds of that goes to the lab, they'd make the veneers, and now this is basically the design all done. It's people that are looking for a date, looking for a job, people that just have always taken care of their kids and want to now start taking care of themselves. Really, this transcends age and gender. Obviously, you want to be mature enough that your teeth are already all fully grown, so I would say over the age of 18, 19.
They look fabulous.
Thank you.
Wow.
2 weeks in the lab, they come back. It's maybe about a 2-hour appointment where we put everything in their mouth and cement it in place, and they're done.
I just can't stop looking at it. Wow, it looks great.
I love seeing the smile on their faces. When you ask people to smile beforehand, they give kind of like a half a smile, because they're always been embarrassed about their smile. In pictures, they're either covering their mouth or they're just embarrassed about it. But when they see this, you can really see them glow. I think a true smile is when you start to see the corners of the eyes scrunch up a little bit. And that's what I really see the biggest, is when people get this preview, they're like smiling so big and they're like, when can I get started? That's, right away.
Well, we had to keep this conversation going here, so please welcome Dr. Paul Mickley from Beachwood Dental and his patient, Kathy Farkas. Now, you saw her in the video as well. Now, what she saw when she looked in the mirror was basically the preview, correct?
Correct. That's just out of acrylic that we kind of tested out beforehand. It was the blueprints that she could see beforehand before we did everything out of porcelain.
Now, you just finished this up with her, was it a day or two ago?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. She has not, and I asked her, I said, now, Kathy, are you sure? She has not looked in a mirror to see her teeth, but before we give her the big reveal for herself, you brought with you a mold. So this is, if anyone wants to come in, they don't necessarily have to go through with it, but they can see what it would look like.
They could see what it would look like in their mouth. So this is the wax up that was done beforehand, as we had on the pre-roll, and the lab makes this out of wax, and you can kind of decide exactly how you want to recontour this and before anything is done. And then we take a mold of that, put it in her mouth, so then she can see how it looks in her mouth before we ever go into porcelain.
Now, I found it interesting too that people who have even had and have veneers, you can work over those if they don't like the way their veneers look.
Oh, we can redo veneers, and then, as you kind of mentioned before, we can, even if they have dental implants, we can do things over dental implants. So it'd be crowns, veneers, combination. It's all porcelain, so we can do really a lot of flexibility to do it wherever we want.
And you were explaining in there the different things it really can add. Mostly, length to teeth, and that was Kathy's big thing.
Color is another big thing. shape. A lot of times we have a conversation, maybe instead of doing some orthodontics, maybe we can do this instead. Maybe combining some orthodontics to get teeth in the right place. So it's sometimes a little bit easier to do, and you don't have to do as many veneers or crowns.
So this is a veneer process, correct? I mean, that is what it is. Okay.
So just to, a lot of times I get this question, only difference between a veneer and a crown goes 360 degrees around a tooth, a veneer goes just on the face of the tooth of porcelain. And a veneer, many times you don't even have to cut on the teeth. And so I tell people, average lifespan, I think, of veneers is maybe about 20 years that you'll get out of it. So I like to tell people we're going to try to cut as little as we can on the tooth, if anything. So when we revisit each other in 20 years, that we'll be able to do it again. You have plenty of tooth structure left, as opposed to crown, which we have to cut around the whole tooth. So you have plenty of structure left to do for the second
Well,
time.
and thankfully he's so young that in 20 years everybody will still be, and you'll be able to help them out
God
once
willing.
again.
Yes.
Now you can see her beautiful smile. I'm going to let you take a shot of her. Go ahead and smile, Kathy. Now, do you want to show? I'll let you give her the big reveal.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm so
right.
excited that she hasn't seen these yet, and she's going to see them right here now.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think?
They are gorgeous. I would be smiling all day at everyone.
How does that make you feel to hear her say that?
Amazing. That's why I do this.
They are amazing.
I can't even imagine what your patients come back with to you and say. I mean, you probably feel like $1 million. You look like $1 million, and you feel it now.
Oh yes, I've had so many pictures where I don't smile.
So for you, did you feel like, as he was saying in the piece there, a little bit embarrassed by your smile and not?
Yes,
mean,
I
what was
didn't care for the color. It wasn't like this, and just the way they look.
What was the process like for you? I have to ask, so that people know out there if they want to get this done. What did you think of it?
It's in a wonderful environment. Everyone in that office is fabulous, and Dr. Meekley makes you feel so at ease, and it is not painful or anything like that. And these teeth feel like my real teeth.
So
I don't feel like there's anything
Foreign
on
in you,
them.
yep.
Yes, nothing foreign. I'm sorry,
Well,
I have to look.
Go ahead. You look like $1 million, so they can go to your website, beachwooddental.com.
Correct.
If others out there would maybe want to try the
Yeah.
same, I'm guessing you would highly recommend it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you both so much.
Consultations are complimentary, so it doesn't cost anything to talk. So invite people to visit anytime.
Thank you so much, Dr. Meekley.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Kathy, you look fabulous.
Thank you
really
so
do.
much.
We'll be
Thank
right back.
you.
She's going to smile the whole rest of the day now
Yes,
and
I
beyond.
am.